everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Camp Confidence.
Conversations about confidence, self improvement, and success between two Filipino entrepreneurs on two different journeys.
I am Ayn Bernos, the founder of Morena the Label.
And I am Rizza LANA-SEBASTIAN, the founder and CEO of LANA.ph and mink.ph.
For today's episode, we are talking about positive habits for success.
I'm such a sucker for content about habits. Parang I actually find myself binging content on YouTube kapag
Yes.
positivity, habits, and how to build them. Kasi ako before, parang I'm so lost and I didn't know what to do. So today we'll talk about that. Ang tips and tricks natin on how to build habits and how to actually stick with them.
Yes, kasi
Ayun.
'di ba, they are the backbone of our success journey.
Yes.
Kapag tinamad tayo, we always fall back on our habits.
Yep.
Ayan. But before we start that discussion, let's start off with, as usual, our wins of the week. How have you been doing this week, Riza?
Okay naman. Since settled down na sa HQ, I am finally able to start editing vlogs na ulit. So, kahit merong video editor yung Lana and Mink, I still make sure, parang, ewan ko, sobrang na-enjoy ko talaga mag-edit ng videos. It relaxes me. So,
Yeah.
after a long, stressful couple of months, finally.
Yeah, check out her YouTube channel. She talks about sustainability, productivity, yung mga, oh my gosh, ate content talaga.
Yes, very much ate adulting content.
I love it. This week, my win for this week. So I started uploading consistently na rin sa YouTube channel ko. And then my latest one was a video on English speaking tips, ganyan. Tapos, wala lang sobrang feel ko win yung comments and yung feedback. Kasi
Oh,
apparently, ang daming may gusto ng ganong content. So, I think I'm gonna work back towards more educational YouTube content since tapos na ako sa travel. Dito lang ako sa bahay.
yes.
Ayan. But we also have listener mail.
Ah,
Woo!
may
Listener
ganun na tayo.
mail. Yeah, so we want to add this little segment. Actually, we mentioned 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We asked you guys if you wanted to share your manifesto, and we have someone who did share to our personal DMs
Yeah.
over at Instagram. So Riza, can you read Sam Gutierrez's manifesto? Ito yung goals niya.
Yeah, so she says, Hi Ian, I'm sending this to Teresa also, and you guys said to send in your goals. And I really love your podcast and YouTube. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, ang first goal niya is finish my 2 double degree programs, bongga, with magna cum laude Latin honors from DLSU.
I stand
Let's
an
claim that.
overachiever. Yes,
Yes.
girl.
And she also has 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. She actually
Goal.
posted a link on Camp
Yes,
Confidence Facebook
yes.
group.
I saw it. It was so nice.
Oo,
Ayun,
super.
gusto ko talaga yung nagpo-promote yung mga members natin sa group kasi
Oo.
we get to
Love it.
watch and see kung anong ginagawa nila.
Yes. Ayan. Tas, number 3 is to finally start our podcast with my college best friend entitled Thought Diary. Ang cute.
Podcaster.
Yeah. Next is to launch my passion project as a business to finally start earning for myself, which is a clothing line named after my 2 lolas. So I named it Felia. So ang cute din ito.
Cute.
Study abroad at an Ivy League for law school. Grabe
Yes,
naman this
girl.
girl. And then pass the bar and become a lawyer.
Attorney Sam.
Yes, attorney Sam Gucci. Buy and build a cozy small house with a great big backyard with a swimming pool, and get married and start my own family.
That's so nice.
Aww.
And if you guys haven't heard our episode, I think it was episode 5, we talked about our lives 10 years from now. Kaya ayan, see Sam, she's also sharing her, her visual goal. If you guys want to
Yes.
do that as well, share. You can share on our Facebook page, Facebook group at facebook.com/group/camp confidence. Super exciting to be reading
Yes.
these. Ay,
I
so
know. We're cheering for you, Sam. Thank you
we
so much for
are.
sharing. So, that being said, Ayin, let's dive right into this week's topic: positive habits for success.
I love this so much. And dahil ang dami nating questions na
True.
nakuha, we are diving into the questions
Okay,
na.
push.
Mhm.
Yeah, so first question from KDG: how do we direct our habits into successful ones?
Totoo. Kasi 'di ba, there are also bad habits.
Right.
So we need to break those bad ones and focus on making good ones. I think for me, as usual, it's all about planning. If we want to start a really good habit, then we need to plan on how we can execute them in real life. So ako, ano talaga, like I would plan ahead of time. Let's say I want to start, what's a good habit? I want to start waking up early, then I have to plan my day around that. So sleeping early, ano bang ways to make that happen? Kasi I think habits, they're pretty challenging to stay consistent with. Pero if you plan and if you prepare, mas madali siyang maging successful. Tariza.
Ako naman, I think it's all about the mindset. So before you start doing this positive habit, you have to ask yourself, why am I even doing this? Para san ba to? What will I get out of this? So I think if you remind yourself of, o kunwari, yung example kanina, na if you want to wake up early, why do I even want to wake up early? So, yun.
Yes, purpose is everything.
Yes.
What is your why? The next
Yes.
question is from Trisha Joy Signar. She says, what is the usual morning routine of a successful entrepreneur? Is it really advisable to become a morning person in order to succeed? Are you
Hmm.
a morning person?
I am a morning person, but for me, kung ano talaga yung mag-work sa'yo eh. So, you don't
Mhm.
necessarily, if you're not a morning person, you don't necessarily have to be a morning person. Kasi what if you function late at night? Kasi ako, for
Mhm.
me, ang function ng brain ko. So, yung mga brain-intensive work ay nakaschedule yan ng mga 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So, yan, yung talagang mga deep dive focus, ano talaga,
Mhm.
planning, etc., etc. It's between 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then after that, it's the minute tasks, yung mga linis, mga
Mhm.
admin work, ganyan. So no, you don't necessarily have to be a morning person. But right now, ang morning routine ko is, for me kasi I believe that a great morning starts the night before.
Yes. Oh my
So,
gosh, that's so ang galing nun. Gusto ko 'yun. Gustong-gusto
yeah,
ko 'yun.
yes. So ako, before I sleep, I list three important tasks na kailangan kong ma-achieve the next day. So I call it my MITs. So it's my three most important tasks for the next day. So in the morning, parang kapag antok ka pa, makikita mo kung ano bang kailangan kong gawin today. So, yan. And then it's also important for me to get at least 8 hours of sleep. Yan, kasama talaga yun sa habits ko. And
Ang
then,
ganda.
yeah, in the morning, ako kasi I use my iPad as an alarm clock. Kasi I started this habit of not checking my phone when I wake up. So, yung phone ko, nilalagay ko siya sa drawer before I sleep.
Mhm.
So, kapag nag-alarm na, talagang may ano. So,
May
si
sound effect.
iPad, yeah, iPad yung alarm ko. And then, uh, I meditate after that. So when I turn off my alarm, andun na rin yung app ko for meditation, and then naka-ready na yung journal ko. Like this one, my daily journal na naka-open na sa page ng pagsusulatan ko for that day.
Ang ganda.
Nakaganyan. As in blank, ano na siya, blank page with the pen I like for that particular day. Ang arte!
Wait, you change pens every
I
day?
change pens every day. I have a lot of pens. I am a pen girl. So, kung anong color na gusto
I
ko.
love that.
So, yun. Yeah. And then after I meditate and journal, I read at least an hour after I wake up. Tapos, I list what I'm grateful for. I list all my affirmations for the day as well. So, yeah, yeah. And coffee, of course. Oh my gosh. How could I
Coffee,
even forget
coffee.
that? Yun. How about you? What's your morning routine?
So I'm
Or are you a
actually
morning person?
I'm the opposite. But I do want to be a morning person because I've noticed in the past kasi, since iba-iba nga yung naging lifestyle ko in the last like 3 years. I've been an office girl, I've been an English teacher, I've been a freelancer based here. And then ngayong pandemic, iba na naman yung lifestyle. And I've noticed na my best self really shows up during the mornings. Pero hindi siya nagma-manifest sa sarili ko. Alam mo yun? Like, it's hard for me kasi hindi ko alam. Like, I guess just my personality. But I'm working towards being a morning person because I still believe that the morning routine is better for me personally. So ngayon, what I'm trying to do is I'm incorporating my morning routine with Truffle's morning routine. Truffle is my dog, by the way, for those of you guys who don't know. I've taken it upon myself to be the dog mom. And yung routine namin ni Truffle, very as in, siya yung alarm clock ko. So, we would usually wake up at around 9:30, 10, mga ganong time, ginugulo niya na ako. So, it's not super morning, but that's more morning than pre-truffle. Before, I would wake up at 1. As in, like, that was the ultimate freelancer lifestyle. So, ever since Truffle started sleeping with me sa bed, as in, mas maaga na ako gumigising. Tapos, I do, yung typical routine namin is we go downstairs and then food, while he eats breakfast, I eat breakfast as well. Coffee, ganyan. Tapos, like what Riza said a while ago, yun nga, the perfect morning routine starts the night before. So, ang usual mindset ko kasi in the morning, sobrang wala pa ako sa sarili. So, before I click, and before, if I don't have like a set task for that morning, hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko. So, the
Mhm.
night before, I would write them down, yung mga kailangan ko i-accomplish for the day, if I have to prioritize anything, if I have meetings, ganyan. One more thing is that I always set my meetings first thing in the morning because usually I want to get them out of the way before I start on tasks. Kasi parang yun yung best energy ko, especially for people na I just met. Syempre gusto ko like, best foot forward, ganyan. Pero pagka mga gabi na, 8 o'clock na, oh my gosh, I can't really be seen anymore. Like, I don't think I can represent my best self that way.
Oo.
So, tinatry ko yung meeting sa umaga. But other than that, I think, yeah, ako, opposite naman ako ni Riza. I try to do my minute tasks in the morning. Cleaning, like kanina ginawa ko, naglinis ako before ako umupo dito because I need to kind of slowly get to that momentum na I'm ready to work. Ayan. Pero I really wanna get to that point. Yung si Riza talaga yung goal ko eh. Ako yung, yeah, gusto, yun yung goal ko. Goal ko yung, yung mas-set ko yung morning routine ko like that. But right now, it's not the case. But things like this is helping me. I'm learning so much. Ayan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but ano ba, what are the best habits that worked for you? And ano ba yung mga habits na hindi nag-stick or you tried but didn't work? This is actually a question from Tisha Ann Ambal.
Oh my gosh. Gusto ko yung question na yan kasi I'm a sucker for habits but not all of my habits stick. So, ang habit na nag-work for me is number one, not checking my social media first thing in the morning. Because, as in, iba talaga yung peace of mind that I get from not allowing my notifications to disturb me during my holy hour. As in, first thing in the morning, I just breathe, relax. And I think it's really helped me. And hindi siya ganun kahirap panindigan because it's just a matter of not switching on your Wi-Fi. So, madali siya. The one that I haven't been able to stick to is exercising first thing in the morning. Because parang, I mean, that's the ideal thing for me. Like, I want to exercise first thing in the morning. But hindi siya nag-workout kasi meron akong worries about my job, my work, na I want to finish before I can relax and really enjoy my workout. So usually, if I do workout for that day, tapusin ko muna lahat ng kailangan ko gawin and then I'll reward myself with a workout. So, yeah, I guess that's what I tried to do but didn't work out. What about you?
Ako naman, definitely, yung mga nag-work sa akin is journaling, meditation, yoga, skincare, of course.
Skincare.
Water intake, which reminds me, ano pa ba? Listing my wins also worked for me. Listing my expenses also worked for me. 8 hours of sleep. Ano pa
I
ba?
have so much to do. Like, ang dami ko ina-add sa ano ko, sa habits I need to build.
Yeah.
Expenses.
Ano pa? Ayun nga. Ako rin, no social media in the morning. First 2 hours of my life talaga. As in, no emails, no messages, no anything, no Instagram, no Facebook, and it's just me and my thoughts. So, yun yung mga nag-work for me. But yung mga habits siguro na hindi pa nag-work sa akin, and actually, ayoko pang mag-give up, ayoko tanggapin na hindi talaga siya nag-work, is siguro batch prepping food. Parang I wanted to
Ah,
eat healthier but I don't have time to cook for myself. So usually kasi sa office kasi free yung lunch. So we have someone deliver food for us. Mga lutong
mm,
bahay din naman. So
mm.
doon lang ako nagla-lunch, and then yun nga how I wish I could have more time to batch prep my food. It's about
Yeah.
carving time daw. Hindi, wag mo daw sabihin na no time ako for that.
Sabi nila, ano daw, like day. Sundays are the best days to do it kasi yun yung downtime before the hectic work week starts. Tapos it lasts naman daw. But I wouldn't know because I haven't done it in a year, I think. Yeah, ang hirap
O
nga
yun,
no.
siguro.
Kaya mo yan. I believe in you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, next question is from Anina Miguel. Tips on turning habits to routines. I personally struggle with consistently doing good habits, if that makes any sense. And kasi 'di ba with habits, parang they're just tasks or little things that we do every day, but maybe how do we incorporate them into routines na talagang that's part of your lifestyle?
Ako, what worked for me is you have to be intentional of why you're building this habit. Yun nga kanina sabi ko din na why do I need to build this? What's in it for me? If I
Mhm.
build this habit, ano yung nai-imagine kong future self ko? Yun. Kasi our brain responds to cues. This is actually an idea I got from Atomic Habits. One
Love
of
that
my
book.
Yeah, one of my favorite books as well. Yun nga, sabi na our brain responds to cues. So, yung mga cue mo for your habit, you have to make it obvious. So, if you want to eat healthier, for example, you have to put the healthy snacks sa kitchen counter. You can put
Mhm.
bananas or yung mga healthier snacks talaga. And if you want to increase your water intake, for example, maybe you can put it on your desk. Or maglagay ka ng maraming tumblers doon na cute para enticing uminom. Or if you want to work out more, prepare your clothes the night before and put it where you can actually see them. Or you can maybe buy cute workout clothes para
I love that.
ma-motivate ka
Mm-hmm.
mag-workout. So, yun nga, very visual tayo and our brain responds to cues. And yun I think yung nag-work sa akin eh. How
Mm-hmm.
about you?
There was this one tip that I got from Megan Batoon, if you know her. Meron siyang sinabi na something about you can build habits by adding them or attaching them to habits that you already have. So for example, there was one time like I wanted to do more squats. So what I did was I would do squats every time I would brush my teeth. So 15 squats every time I brush my teeth. So one, two,
Ah,
three, ganyan.
cute!
So parang instead of carving out time for that specific new habit that you want to add, you just attach it to something that you already do. So let's say you want to be more consistent with your skincare routine. So you can maybe do it right after you shower. As in you shower in the morning, so right after you do it. Or you shower before you go to bed, so right after you do it. Instead of like carving out a specific time. Oh, sige, after I read, I'll do it. After I'll do, ganyan, I'll do it. No, you attach it to an existing habit and then parang hindi mo siya maiwasan.
Now na nandito na rin naman tayo sa tips. Our next question is from Erica General.
General.
What's our tips for developing good habits for working out, for self-care as a freelancer naman? So sabi niya, I know a lot of freelancers out there have hectic and ever-changing schedules that we can't control. It's a struggle to maintain positive habits and I personally tend to let myself go. So ano ba yung tips and tricks natin for that?
Ako, as a freelancer myself, I think what really helped me was looking at myself and my body as my biggest investment. Kasi yung sarili natin, we are the parang tayo yung machine that gets things done. If we want to work, earn more money, get more stuff done, then we need to prioritize ourselves. Kasi if we don't maintain, di ba, the machine, let's say we have a printer, ganyan. If we don't maintain that printer, if we don't take care of it, like monthly checks, weekly checks, di ba? Eventually it will break down. It's the same thing with ourselves. If we don't prioritize our personal care, eventually magbo-burnout tayo and we won't be able to prioritize our work anyway. So we're not um, we're not a liability to our job. In fact, we are the most important factor when it comes to our job. So if you love your job as a freelancer and you're prioritizing your career over your own self, then think about yourself as your biggest asset because at the end of the day, ikaw at ikaw yan. Lalo na't freelancer ka, there's no one else to take care of you. There's no one else to take care of. So, yeah. That's what I think.
Yes, very much true. Kasi yun nga, you also have to think about yourself as, you also have to think about these habits as a reward for yourself. It's not
Yes.
about punishing yourself na mag-workout ako kasi I don't feel okay anymore, ganon. So, whenever you want to develop a good habit, yeah, you have to think that it's a reward for yourself instead. So,
It really is. It really is. Our next question is from Bianca Bernadette D. Lapis. Any tips on how to quit bad habits or turn them into good ones? Ayan, ito na, bad
ah,
habits. How do we do
Ako
that?
kasi I believe in ano ba? Kasi kapag magbe-build ka ng good habits, ang advice ko is to use less friction. Yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
all of the habits. But if you want to quit a bad habit, I would suggest you increase the friction naman. Pahirapan mo naman yung sarili mo. So, if you remember this scene from Confessions of a Shopaholic, I remember her freezing her credit
Yeah.
cards. Kasi ayaw niyang gamitin yung credit cards niya. So,
Mhm.
ganun din actually yung, uh, ano ba, thinking nun. So, for me, I remember the time when I wanted to decrease my time on social media. I deleted my apps. So
Mhm.
I deleted Instagram, Facebook, etc., etc. And if ever I needed them again, I have to re-download. So, i-download ko ulit siya, log in na naman,
Ang
gano'n. So,
hassle na
nakakatamad.
naman. Mhm,
Nakakatamad kasi minsan parang mannerism na natin na we just
mhm,
pick up our phone, go on Instagram, go on Twitter or Facebook na yun nga, it wouldn't help limiting our screen time.
mhm,
Or one more example is kami kasi ni Josh, we don't eat rice that much anymore. We don't pasta siguro yes, but
mhm.
nung stricter pa kami na no rice, uh, yung bahay namin walang rice cooker.
My gosh! As an Asian woman,
I
as a
know.
Pinay, why?
I know. So we don't have a rice cooker at home kasi nga gusto namin talaga mag-minimize ng rice. So but if oh my god, kung sobrang sarap ng ulam, sinigang 'yan na sobrang sarap. Kailangan naming mangapit bahay. So we live beside my in-laws. So, ay shucks, gusto ko talaga ng kanin. Kailangan naming mangapit bahay. So, papahirapan namin yung sarili naming bumaba at kumuha ng rice sa kabilang bahay. So,
So do you
ganun
still
siya
not
ka-effort.
have a rice cooker?
No.
Oh my goodness. I'm so shocked. I call myself the queen of carbs, aka rice queen.
Oh.
What?
Pero ang saya. Ang saya ng kanin, I swear.
I
Kung
love
tunay na
kanin so
babae
much.
nagkakanin talaga.
Oh my gosh. Revelation
So,
yun,
yeah.
na-shock ako.
So yun, increase friction. If you wanna
Mhm.
stop a bad habit, you have to, ano ba, make it difficult for you to do the habit.
Yes.
How about you? What's your tip?
That's actually the same thing that I do. For example, naman ako, like online shopping. Online shopping is so tempting, but I've been trying to overall minimize my spending, but also be more intentional with the stuff that I own. Parang I want to transition into a more minimalist lifestyle. So with online shopping, what I've done was kinlear ko na lahat ng credit card access. Yung lahat ng shortcut na parang makes it so
Yeah.
easy for you to just like click and go, click and pay and go. Ayun, I've removed it para hindi para whenever I have to really order, I need to take it out from my wallet, my card, tapos input. So hindi na siya ano mo yun, automatic. Like mapapaisip ako, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to break that cycle? So, ayun.
Actually, connected din to sa next question natin from Mike Huangco. If there's one habit one must start building on, what do you think should it be? Also, how do you give yourself that balance of disciplining yourself or showing up and not being harsh on yourself whenever you fail on doing your habits?
Ako number
Yes.
one. I think the backbone of building good habits is building the habit of positive self-talk. Kasi how you talk to yourself and how you approach circumstances like this depende yan sa attitude mo sa sarili mo. So, for example, you're trying to wake up early and exercise first thing in the morning. You do it for 5 days, and then on the sixth day, you mess up. Now, if you have a negative, parang negative self-talk yung habit mo, then papahirapan mo yung sarili mo by saying na, oh, you messed up, now hindi mo na kaya, ganyan, sinira mo. You'll always blame yourself. Whereas, if you have the habit of being positive with your self-talk, then you can be encouraging and you can just pick up. Kasi sometimes with habits and New Year's resolutions, for example, we think that just because we fail one time, tapos na. We can't do it all over again. But surprise, surprise, life doesn't work that way. You can always start over and then get better at it. So you don't have to have a streak na it's the 21-day challenge. Otherwise, hindi ka na makakabangon. Like, no, you can just, it's a choice. It's a choice every day that you need to make. So just pick yourself back up and tell yourself na you can start over, you can do it. What
That
about
is very
you?
nice. Ako, I think the mindset, building your mindset is really important na you have to tell yourself that change will never be overnight. It requires patience and confidence with whatever you want to build in life and change. And you also have to acknowledge that most habits require so much time and effort. Hindi lang siya talaga in a snap na parang, oh my gosh, she got everything in life parang
Mhm.
put together, etc., etc. But no, it's discipline, it's resilience, it's getting back up when you fail. It's not about completing 21 days of, sabi
Yeah.
mo nga, yung sa habit. So, yeah, it's okay. It's all about the mindset and just get back up when you get knocked down. Wow.
Mhm.
Yes.
Amen. Next question is from Sam Gutierrez, our listener mail for today.
Yes.
So sabi niya, how do you continue your habits on the days of your period? Ay nako, ay nako.
Ay,
As a woman.
nako. Wale. Ako talaga, allow yourself to be in a slump and that's okay. Yun nga, parang don't be too hard on yourself na parang porke hindi ko to nagawa for today, I suck in life already. So,
Mhm.
yeah, ako,
Go
I
lang.
just let myself be. So,
Mhm.
how about you?
Ako naman, so I've had some days na sobrang grabe yung dysmenorrhea na physically masakit, tas may migraine. But then I also have days na I can actually do stuff. And during those days when it's manageable, I try to go about my day as if it's normal. Because sometimes, like our mind is stronger than our symptoms. So, kaya din siyang, i-overpower. Unless, of course, you're like really crawling na
Mm-mm.
di mo kaya, edi just have that day off. We all have our down days, and
Right.
I think they're necessary
Mm-hmm.
to, in order to be more productive. Like, allow yourself that bad day to rest up and recharge if you have to.
Next question is from Nikki Napalang. Does journaling help with being consistent when it comes to starting habits? I've always wanted to try, and are there layouts that you can recommend?
I think she's asking about bullet journaling.
Yeah,
Have you
I
ever
think so
tried
too.
bullet
I
journaling?
did. I did. I am actually doing it, pero hindi yung fancy smanchy bullet journaling na nasa YouTube kasi hindi ko kaya. Pero yeah,
Same.
yeah, I do. So,
Ako, kasi I have like two types of journals. So I have my planner, which is just the basic Starbucks planner like this. Now you have the dates on one side of the page and then an empty like note area. Tapos for me, that's for my tasks. Very straightforward. It really works for me kasi yung planner ko, like no nonsense, no pretty stuff. As in like talaga, tasks, everything I need to prioritize, done. Now, yung other journal ko is like for my thoughts. So if I have to write down feelings, yung mga ganyang bagay, I just write it down. Wala actually akong layout. Wala akong layout na fina-follow. I guess the most important for me when I consider, dalawa lang kasi yung planner na ginagamit ko. It's either the Moleskine planner na weekly semaine, ewan ko, hindi ko ma-pronounce. Basta that one. Um, ang gusto ko talaga, weekly siya. Like, sa isang page, a full week and then notes. And for me, that's because I like planning my week ahead of time para makikita ko kung ano yung kailangan kong gawin before
mhm.
the weekend. But other than that, wala naman akong necessary layout na nire-require for it to work for me. But yeah, that's it. What about you?
Ako naman, I have a lot of notebooks, pero yung sa journaling ko, I only have a blank
Mm-hmm. Dotted ba
notebook.
yan?
Yes, dotted.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I
Same.
have a dotted notebook. So, ang nilalagay ko lang doon is yung mga meditation journaling thoughts ko. And then, my three MITs for the day, yung most important tasks of the day. I list 5 wins and I also list 5 affirmations for the day. So, yun siguro yung layout ko. Pero wala nga talagang arte with the bullet journaling
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Sobrang nakaka-inspire sana yun, pero wala talaga akong time to do that for myself. Uhuhu.
Yeah.
But yeah, siguro one thing you can add as well is to track your habits. You can maybe ano ba? You can maybe put a habit tracker. So, habit tracking is you create a chart of, kunwari, drinking 8 glasses of water. So, you chug it right in. Tapos, maglagay ka lang ng mga
Boxes.
squares, yes, boxes for the entire month. And then, itik mo lang doon kung nagawa mo siya for the day. And this actually helped me a lot as well. Kasi parang it built confidence na parang, oh, yay, may matitik ako for the day, ganyan. Or kapag nakapag-meditate ako or kapag nakapag-save ako after a week, parang ano siya, it builds confidence na, oh, nagagawa ko tong habit na to. And then, yun nga, may encourage ka to do more. Kasi
Mhm.
ayaw mong masira yung streak mo. Ganun. So,
Yeah, it's so nice rin if you have documentation, nakikita mo, oh,
mm-hmm.
at the end of this, like, this is what I did, and it's really nice. If you need that kind of affirmation, I highly suggest you can check out bullet journal YouTubers. Madami sila online.
Mm,
Oh my gosh,
ang galing din.
nakaka-inspire.
Super.
Hindi
Mm,
lang talaga for me, pero you should do it if you want to try it out.
yep.
Hmm. Next question is from Daniela Rivera Carlos. How do you keep your focus despite the temptations around you? Hmm.
Minsan talaga ang hirap talaga kapag kunwari, you have to do this, pero dumating na yung latest episode ng next Netflix series na pinapanood ko. So
The
it's
King
really,
Eternal
really
Monarch.
it's really, really tempting. So you can what you can do is, wait lang, ano nga ba yung term nun sa Atomic Habits? I think it's, wait lang, temptation bundling ang tawag
Ooh.
doon. So,
Wow.
you bundle your habit with the temptation you currently have. So, what you can do is, pwede mo sabihin sa sarili mo na, I can only watch one Netflix episode after I read, for example, 10 pages of a book. Or, para siyang reward system ng brain mo eh.
Mm-hmm.
For example, after I work out, I can go ahead and buy this cute sticky note. Parang ganon. So yun. Pwede, yan, temptation bundling yung tawag sa kanya. So,
Yeah. Ako, ang ginagawa ko, I can only watch Netflix if I'm on the treadmill.
ay!
Pero hindi ako. Kasi meron talaga ako before, like there was a time in my life na ang gagawin ko lang, nakahiga lang ako, tapos nanonood lang ako Netflix, tapos kumakain lang ako. I don't want to go back to that ever again. Ayun. Tapos, I guess it's more or less the same, but I think I want to emphasize on how you can really control your environment. Like, physically take away the temptation. If, for
Mm-hmm.
example, you want to work on your laptop and do something, and you don't want to be distracted by your social media accounts, then leave your phone upstairs being charged. As in, wala ka namang mamimiss kung nasa baba ka or nakahiwalay ka from your phone for like an hour. If there was something urgent, I'm sure somebody will call you, somebody will do something. But the chances of you missing out, truly missing out, just by being away from that temptation, parang I don't think it's that much. So just physically control your environment so it can be more positive towards your good habits as opposed to your
Right.
temptations that you want to stay away from.
Yeah. So next question from Hazel. Top 5 books about success you recommend.
Let's back
Sige.
and forth. Okay.
Ah.
Seven Habits of Highly Effective
Yes.
People, my number one book.
Yes. And copy.
Pa ulit-ulit ako doon.
Highly, highly recommend. I actually read it siguro mga once a year.
Tsaka
Ganun na
ano
pa,
siya, naka-highlight pa siya and everything.
page. Yes, ang dami ko rin mga post-it notes na, yeah, 7 habits of highly effective people. Sobrang,
It's like
yes.
it's the self-help book before you read any other self-help book.
Yes. Ako naman, I think, kanina ko pa mention, Atomic Habits,
Mhm.
James Clear. Ang daming, very practical siya. It's a very easy read na, yun nga, uh, habit stacking, temptation bundling, etc., etc. So,
Tsaka practical ang tips, ha?
yes.
Mm-hmm. Next book, third. Wow, next book natin. Third book is The Happiness Project by Rubin. Sorry, Gretchen Rubin. So, ayun, I think we mentioned it in the previous episode na it's all about she it's an experiment that she did. So for a whole year, she was focusing per month on a different area of her life, trying to make it more productive, more happy. Tas ayun, it's really nice kasi parang you have a personal account of how she achieved better habits, building a better life for herself.
Yes, ganda nga rin yan.
Mm-hmm.
One of the latest books I've read is Finish What You Start by Peter Hollins. Very easy read din to na talagang yung title pa lang na parang Finish What You Start, parang, oh yes, gusto nang matapos. Parang, it's all about how you plan on achieving your goals. Yan. So, okay din siya. Okay din siya for me.
I'll need to add that. I'll add that to my list. Number five, ayan. Wow, naka-five tayo. I think Essentialism by, how do I pronounce his name? Essentialism by Greg McKeown, I think. But anyway, I read it as an audiobook kasi
Mm-hmm.
nahirapan ako basahin yung before nahirapan ako basahin yung self-help books. So kaya nagla-highlight. But then I was able to read this as an audiobook, listen to this as an audiobook, and it's basically about it's kind of minimalism, essentialism, parang how you eliminate all the stuff in your life that isn't important and how you can only focus on the good things and therefore being able to do more because you focus on less. Parang ganon. Yeah, it's really good. Parang it'll allow you to evaluate your life and what's truly important to you.
Is this also the book who discussed the 80-20 rule? Ito ba yung 80-20
I
principle
think
ba?
iba pa yun. I
Iba
think
ba?
iba pa
I
yun.
forgot what
Pero
the
that's
book
good ah.
is.
Can you tell our listeners about the 80-20 rule?
Yung 80-20 rule is about working less by ay wait lang. Doing more by working less. So, ano siya, basically it's all about working smarter, na parang you have to eliminate all the things that you can delegate and focus on the things na na ba strength mo.
Mm.
So, lahat ng pwede mong iutos mo na, pero yung yung lahat ng strength mo, yun yung pagawa mo. So, for example, accounting. Hindi ko naman hate yung accounting. But if you hate accounting, you can hire an accountant for that. You can maybe go on Fiverr
Mm.
for accounting stuff. But so, after delegating your accounting stuff, you can go ahead and have more time to edit vlogs, for example. Ganon. So,
Yeah, kasi if sobrang dami mong tasks na ikaw personally yung gagawa, mauubos yung energy mo and yung mental energy. Oh my gosh, truffle! Wait,
truffle!
wait, sorry. Oh yeah, so if you're working on so much stuff and nawawala yung focus mo from the things that you actually enjoy doing and you're even great at, nasasayang yung opportunity. Because, for example, yun nga, editing, YouTube vlogging. If you spend so much energy trying to figure out the difficult area of accounting when you could actually allow somebody else who's naturally good at it to do that, then mawawala ng oras yung gusto mo talaga gawin. And if you have like a greater focus on what you do want to do, mas maganda yung results. It's basically
Right.
like parang 20% of work generates like 80% of the results or something like that.
Yes.
Parang ganun. Yeah, we'll don't quote us, but you
Na
can
ganon
Google
siya.
it. Our next question is from Ven Sumo. She asks, how to overcome becoming a perfectionist and focus on progress instead. Ayan, mga
Oh
fellow
my gosh. Yes,
perfectionists.
I can super relate to this as a self-confessed perfectionist before. Uh ano ba? I learned that not all your plans will ever work. Like 100% of your plans,
Ever.
it will never ever work. So you have to ano ba, compromise with the universe na okay, kahit hindi ganito yung plans ko, I have to make this work. Tsaka, ano, less expectations, less frustration. So, you just have to let loose a bit. It's still okay to plan. It's very good to plan, but you have to understand that not all of your plans will work. So,
Amen. There was one meme, was it a meme or a quote that I found na your first video is going to suck. Your first business is going to suck. Your first song is going to suck. But you won't get to your 50th unless you start on your first one. So start.
yes.
Kasi it's all about the process. Like you have to accept that everyone who is successful right now started somewhere where they were awful. And you have
Yeah.
to be comfortable with being a beginner. Kasi if you don't go through that beginner stage, you lose the opportunity to be great. So I think, yeah, don't let perfectionism get in the way of being amazing at what you want to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you learn anyway.
That's
So,
how you learn.
yeah.
Biggest teacher. Mhm.
Yes. Ayan. So, next question naman. From Santiago Jasmine. I am always stuck at zero. One, then zero. I am I am for positive habits, but my body says otherwise. What do I do?
Hirap niyan. Especially if you know you want to do it, but it feels like your body won't cooperate with you, life won't cooperate with you. I think for me, it's allowing yourself to go for a big change para mapilitan ka to
Mm-hmm.
actually follow through. For example, yung mga, I guess the big changes that forced me to do that is number one, nung lumipat ako ng bahay. Parang I got into this position na, okay, I'm responsible for everything. I can't not follow through. Another one was when I quit my job and started freelancing. I've been wanting to freelance for a long time, pero because I had the comfort and the security of my job, hindi ko siya mapanindigan. So when I finally just took the leap, I had to do it na. Tapos, ayun, parang nung nagbago yung environment ko, nagbago yung circumstance ko, then I was also put in the position na I had to start creating those habits so I can sustain it. If you want it bad enough and if the situation calls for it, I think our nature as humans is to make things work.
Yeah,
Adapt.
I think I have to agree with that. I can relate to that when we were talking about creating an emergency fund dun sa finance episode natin. Kasi this pandemic really struck our financial resources personally and business-wise. So, yun nga, dati hindi ko naman iniisip na, oh, I have to save an emergency fund for my business. Nung nangyari na 'to, na yung pandemic, parang dun na talaga na parang, okay, solid. This is a goal. I really have to save up for the emergency fund of my business. So, yeah, oo nga, tama na kapag may nangyayari talaga in one situation, it's a wake-up call or it's the sudden push you
Mhm.
need to change. So,
Next and our final question. Wow. Our final question is from Anne26. What do you do when you feel you have exerted all efforts but still don't get results?
hmm. Ayun kasi for me, thing with habits is when we start them, we will never notice changes. So, for example, when you work out for a day, hindi ka naman magkaka-abs agad, di ba?
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you work out constantly, siguro mga 20 minutes a day, it's then you can see results. And it's also very important na you document. I think you have to document everything. Ako, for example, dati gusto kong magkaroon ng 1,000 followers on YouTube. Subscribers pala, ano
Mhm.
ba yan? Subscribers on YouTube. Tapos para, YouTube. So, parang ako, I felt like it was a very slow progress. Pero when I started logging in yung subscriber count ko, it's not that it's important, by the way, but wala lang. Gusto ko lang siyang
Mhm.
maging goal na I wanna have 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So, akala ko dati sobrang slow growth. But when I started logging the numbers on my notebook, siguro weekly, parang na-realize ko na, okay, dumadami naman pala siya. Hindi naman pala siya ganun kabagal. So, I think ano ba, recording your progress is also very important. You have to look at your trajectory,
Mhm.
kumbaga. Don't look
Totoo.
at your final results. Wag mong isipin na, for example, with working out again, make make it as a small win na, oh, okay, nag-workout ako for 1 day. Uy, nag-workout na ako for a week. Wag ka ma-frustrate na parang, ano ba yan? 1 week na ako nag-workout, wala pa rin akong abs. So, don't focus on the results. Focus on your trajectory instead. So,
Yeah, sobrang totoo yun. Kasi I feel like we're very harsh with ourselves. Pagka nakita natin na ito yung nangyari and we're not happy with it, ang dali-dali sabihin na this is not good enough. But if we look at it from an objective lens, talagang we document the numbers, we document the progress, and we see na, okay, let's look at it objectively. Hindi naman siya masama. And your progress is still progress. So that's still good. Now, another thing that I'd like to add is something that I learned from my dad. Sabi niya na if yung goal mo, if hindi mo marating yung goal mo despite the timeline that you gave yourself, that despite working so hard at it, what you can do is to change your technique or your strategy. Because you don't have to change your goal. If you have a goal and hindi mo nakukuha, then there must be something wrong with what you're doing. Now,
right.
you can always reevaluate. The progress, the journey to your goal doesn't have to end just because yung timeline mo nag-end na. You can always start over and figure out other methods to get there. For example, ang goal mo is to study in the States. Tapos, ang path mo going there was to get a scholarship. You worked so hard, pero hindi ka nakakuha na scholarship. Now, do you give up on your goal to study in the States? No, you can find another way to do it. Maybe it'll take longer. Maybe you'll have to save up your own money, or maybe you have to wait for the next round of scholarship applications. But that doesn't mean you have to give up on your goal. You just have to take a detour. Like, there's always a way to get there. Just have to get creative with it.
Yes. And
That's it.
resilience is super duper key.
So, because we shared with you guys our top 5 books about self help and success, we're skipping gems for this week, but we'll get ready for the next one.
Uh,
Thank you so much for joining us here today on Cam Confidence Radio. Please don't forget to share and tag us on Instagram at Cam Confidence Radio if you're tuned in.
And if you want to be part of our future episodes, you can join us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/groups/Camp Confidence to join discussions and to submit community questions.
You can also follow me, Ayin, at Ayin Bernos and at Morena the Label on Instagram.
And me, Rizza, at Lana, at lana.ph, at mink.ph on Instagram. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye!